Two best friends, both alike in dignity.
Nurturing phantoms and courting the muse.
The hag divines when something must die.
Yes, that was Poog.
But this is huge.
The ego loves to seek,
but never to find. It was Berlant
and Novak
the whole time.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
You know, I'm in New York City, and it's absolutely transformative to be here.
Okay, I felt that.
Perfect
I was
weather.
there the other
This
day.
morning, woke up to literally Hong Kong, fuck you, asshole, like the classic thing.
Best.
And then,
or did you
and
not
then we
love it?
watched like loved it. Watched like a 10-minute saga unfold of these two men screaming, "Call the fucking cops!" You know, doing this whole thing.
It rules.
And it's been amazing starting the mornings with my partner reading to me.
Oh wow.
Reading Wallace Shawn stories. Can't recommend them.
Wow.
I'm sorry, essays.
Yeah.
They're short, so it's like a perfect.
Is that the white book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
sounds like
so
dumb, but you
gorgeous.
know what I mean.
Everyone needs to get it. Yeah, it's a thin white book, and it's a great little book because you can. Yeah,
Short.
it's like you can just start the morning with a little essay.
See, I tried to pitch this to an editor, going short form. The people just want to dip in and dip out, but they were like,
"There's no attention."
They were like,
the attention,
but people like to sink into a book and be carried along. And I was like, that's interesting.
By the way, speaking of the attention economy or whatever,
yeah.
You know, I'm doing these shows here in New York City at the Bell House.
Yeah.
Love you, everyone who's come, explosive crowds. And my friend told me that there was a woman at my show who was watching my show, laughing along, scrolling Instagram, reacting to stories, heart emoji, looking up, ha 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 ha, so actively scrolling through stories. And it's like, listen, I understand, like, we are sick, you know, beyond, of course, but it's like, I consider myself to be powerless over the phone. I mean, I've taken a serious break from my phone the last couple of weeks. It's been transformative, but the point is,
the theater is sacred.
But at least I have the humanity too. If I'm going, by the way, I'm like, you bought a ticket.
You paid
like,
to be taken
tickets
away.
Aren't cheap.
You paid
like,
to not be allowed to have your
and
phone
you're
come
there.
Out.
Yeah, and to be actually, it's one thing like, oh my God, I forgot to send that text to say turn off the stove at the whatever.
Of course.
This is not an emergency text in the...
To see a thumb.
Scrolling in... This is reacting, fire emoji, heart emoji, clap emoji, going...
And did you just go like...
Oh
no, a friend told you. Someone told you, right?
A friend told me, and my friend was like... They were loving it. Like, my friend put their hand up.
Of course.
Because it was like distracting. Because it's like the blaring phone screen.
In the darkness when you're trying to keep your eye on the woman on stage. That is... I mean, everyone has their line, I guess, right? Where it's like, you know, an old man being like, these kids or something, you know? And I'm not even saying kids, by the way, because, like, you know, everyone's addicted.
Oh,
it's not,
it's not just probably a 37-year-old woman.
Yeah. So it's like, but that's tough. That's wild. I was shocked a million years ago seeing someone in the cinema doing that.
From the stage.
I couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
oh, now I saw Sinners. I saw Sinners in theaters, and it was like, and it's like peak, you know, the big action, you know, here we are. This is the movie. They're pulling out all the stops. I'm in the back. I see toward the front row people on their phones, on Instagram. I'm seeing videos.
It's really,
it's just like, something. Oh my God.
I wonder if anyone's, I mean, this is like, it's not that far off to me, which would just be scrolling during sex.
Oh my God, completely.
Like, and, you know, not things that are meant to like add to the eroticism. Just like, can't you easily see a relationship where it's like, it just, you know, it's sort of my comfort thing. Totally. And so it just puts me in a space where I can connect with you more just because I'm comfortable. I'm doing what I normally do.
Well, of course. No, of course.
I can see that conversation easily occurring.
Completely. I'm having a beautiful experience of staying. I'm going to protect the person's privacy if I'm staying. Although why?
It's good too. I think. I'm not sure why.
But no, but just an incredible, visionary, unbelievably beautiful, gorgeous apartment in Brooklyn. Just the complete fantasy of the Brooklyn life. And what is it? The beauty of seeing how someone else, and it's like so European. Like here's what's European to me.
All right, here we go.
And sexy. House guests, right? Because her and her husband, they're out of town, right? Not like it really feels like I'm in someone's home where they live, not like the sterile, like it, of course, everything's very put together, but it's not the thing. It's like I get to
They
actually
didn't
feel
Airbnb
like,
it up for you.
yeah, it's not like a sterile, like, and it happens sometimes with, these people who live very beautifully. Sometimes their homes feel soulless because they have the housekeeper there every 3 days or whatever the fuck. And it's like, there's no, and so I'm just, oh my God, seeing the way, oh, interesting. They store their rice and their pastas in a drawer,
Really?
I could be doing that. Yeah. And really,
Well, to me,
by the way, cats, two sweet cats, you would die.
No.
And one of the cats in particular, I'm having a completely spiritual relationship with, completely like this angel cat who I'm going to send you some video. But,
Please
and
do.
the thing of, so leaving at the end of so getting home at the end of the day, we come in the end of the day, this kitty bounding down the stairs to greet us at the door. And then in the morning, like waking up, flipping over.
Yeah.
Revealing, and then in the morning too. Here's the thing though, this is how much I love this cat. Because the first morning I go, ooh, this is tough. 6 a.m. meow meow, wake up on the bed, meow meow, 6 a.m. And it's like, no. But then eventually falling back asleep. But
are you feeding the cat?
Yeah. Are you? Well, yeah. I mean, Naomi is. We both are. Yeah. Taking turns.
It when you wake up?
Yeah.
That's how my dad had to train the cats. Okay. Well, there's two methods, right? That it cannot be associated with the waking up, or they'll wake you up earlier and earlier and earlier. See what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny. Well, it's not like the second we wake up, but yeah, I wake up and that makes sense. And
they know they're not
definitely we're waking up later.
Right.
We're waking up later than their owners for sure. Anyway, but it's really amazing. And the cats staring, I mean, again, as we said, they're time travelers, they're fantasists. Like they are seeing things that we cannot see, things that are very there for them. I have to tell you, Cozy Earth sheets are so cooling. I know this is an ad, but I'm here to tell you this was my authentic experience to getting into my bed after Cozy Earth sheets. Oh my God. I was moaning. I could not believe the comfort. I was like, well, I need these sheets for the rest of my life. And I was already panicking because I famously have a queen size bed, but I'm looking to upgrade to a king.
And then you can pass the others to a queen friend.
They're absolutely beautiful. And listen, you can have a risk-free purchase of Cozy Earth. They offer an 100-night sleep trial. Try Cozy Earth sheets during the hottest nights of the year. If you're not in love, return them hassle-free. But you're not going to want to. They have a 10-year warranty on all bedding products. That's a decade of cool, quality sleep. Luxury shouldn't be out of reach. Go to CozyEarth.com and use code HAGS for up to 40% off Cozy Earth's best-selling temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. Trust me, you'll feel the difference the very first night. That's CozyEarth.com, code HAGS. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, and stay cozy. Okay, rocking focus to beauty. I told you, and I said, well, I'll save some of it for the pod, but a fantastic makeup artist was like,
yeah.
So
I have a lot to say.
Like,
we were like,
okay,
we'll talk about it on
what do
the
we
thing.
do? Yeah. So we're talking. I was like, okay. I was like, so like, what do we do? Like, what's going on in the world of faces and stuff? And she was like, honestly, you should go see this facialist. Okay. Drops the name, drops a celebrity who goes to the facialist. I was like, oh. So she was like, use my name, like because it's hard to get in, right?
And did you know anything? Did you get any? You just heard they're incredible.
Yeah, like no real specifics. Okay. Yeah, just kind of like if you're gonna I don't know what's going on there, but like something's going on, and like this actress I work with goes there, and like I'm seeing her in the chair. I'm seeing her. This actress is I mean I don't know, maybe late 40s or something. And the makeup artist is like, I'm in the chair with her. Like she looks like I'm looking at the skin. You know what I mean? Whoa. Like she's looking good. I go, oh fuck. So okay. I reach out. I do the name drop. Hey, so and so sent me whatever. I get a phone call that night. I go, who's calling me? And because I have scam trauma, I go, it's a fucking scam. I answer. I go, hello.
Yeah, of course.
And then
can't believe you answered. I mean, my
and then I was like, oh,
we don't turn the ringer on, so I've never had a phone call. I haven't had a phone
call
in years.
Yeah, I know. All right. If you've called me maybe twice in my life, and both times I was like, oh, I was like, something must be terribly wrong. But it's like, I said to her, I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I've gotten so many scam calls. She's like, no, it's fine. So she's like, hi, so their next available appointment is, well over a month away. That's fine. And she's talking me. So she's like, so your first appointment is going to be between 3 and 4 hours.
Okay, interesting.
And I was like, what? And she's
wait, Space, did you already, was she giving you the rundown before have you asked the price yet?
So no, trust me, I'm going, no.
Okay, just no, I'm just checking. Okay,
so
you're not leaving it out for no reason. All right.
No, the price
you haven't agreed to go yet, right? This is just like a
So here's what's
intro
interesting.
call.
No, but I kind of have, because I've already in my mind gone, it's going to be expensive, but you'll hate this. I was like, it's my birthday present to myself. I'm going in July. I'm going to go see a fancy. So I've prepared in my mind. I go, I'm going to pay. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to pay. Okay. So she's like, yeah, you're going to have 3 to 4 hours. We just give people set aside. And this is where I go, that's cool. She goes, we're going to do a really in-depth analysis of your skin, what's going on. You can ask as many questions as you want. We get into it. She goes, you can bring all your products. You can bring, here's what I'm using. And she'll go through each product with you.
If you want, but that's not mandatory.
No, but just like you can. And I was like, well, I love that idea. This is what I'm using. Hello? Because the science, this counteracts with that. Oh, you're canceling this. Oh, interesting. This might actually be doing that, whatever. So that's appealing to me. And she goes, and then you go into a deep facial. She was like, and then also because it's your first session and there's she was like, also included is you get to do as many add-ons as you want to the facial. And she was like, and I'm
smart.
like, okay,
so
I don't even know what that means yet. You get hooks on the add-ons. So then I'm like, okay, great. So she's like, yeah, so here's the next available appointment. Okay. And then, because I'm sure, they're used to working with people, money's no object. And then I go, okay, great. And what is the price?
I was like, actually, yeah. Out of sheer curiosity.
Because by the way, money is of course no object to me, but what is the price? Just so I can tell our house manager what to expect when the bill arrives. And she's like, okay, so the first session.
Okay. How'd you say it? Do an impression, because I just want to I need to know everything.
Okay, so she's like, so your first intake session is $12.99 or $12.95, $1,295.
Wait, how did she say it? 1,200. I'm sorry. Or you don't remember?
No, I want to remember.
Because $12.95. It's funny. Here's why. You ready? Because that number construction, right? Anything 95 sounds like she didn't say point. Yeah. 1.2K. 1.225K. No, but wait. This is a huge notion. No. This is a huge notion that anytime you say $13.95, anything 95, it sounds like $14, and they're doing the round down, like Roger Sterling.
I know.
Advertising, who wrote 99 cents.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like for a minute you go $12.99, $13.
No. So it was $1,300 basically. I just remember knowing that it was $1,300.
Okay.
And I was like, holy fuck! It was $1,200 or $1,300.
And you go,
I was like, I was like, because in my mind I was like, okay, what's like a crazy number, right? I was like,
to be
a crazy number is, I was like 700,
right?
I was like,
you're like, if it's 700.
By the way, because I was prepared. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking do it, okay?
Yeah.
And because by the way,
4 dinners.
I've been looking at facials. Here in New York. And there was a friend said, oh, go to this. My friend swears by this facialist. And our facial was $500. And I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. So I thought maybe this $1,300. And I went, and so no, but here's what she lays it on. I was like, okay. And I think she could hear, and she was like, but she was like, that's the first session. And you get, no, you're going to love this, the spin. She goes, you can do as many add-ons as you want. It ends up being a deal.
No. I love it. Okay. No. Here's what's interesting. Okay, because
it ends up being the deal.
So the normal sessions, let's say you come back, right? Facial plus the add-on you choose. That's going to be more. Clearly,
God,
that's some kind of base price. But
I'm not. Yeah.
But wait, let me just sit with this for a second. I got a couple thoughts. Okay, first, I'm just laughing, imagining the her mental decision tree, like person pauses and I come in with the but.
Yeah. But, however, it's actually a steal.
Oh no, if she had already told you the add-ons, I guess it's not a but. Like that's where she starts adding the add-ons. But, and you're like, yeah, and she's like, which goes great with the champagne.
You're like, exactly. The
champagne,
the rose petal float
leading into.
So I was like, so then
okay.
here's what's funny. I book it, and then I go,
damn,
great, would you
Kate,
send me?
wow.
No. Well, here's the thing. I give her my credit card. I go, obviously, I can pull out. I'm not going to humiliate myself right now and go, I'm still kind of up and coming, and I don't have that. So I go. So then she texts me that, okay, and here's our parking info. And I go, just so I have it, what's your cancellation policy?
Just to tell my friends. Because they're
24
very...
hours. Can you imagine? She's like,
24
once you book the appointment, you're final.
Right.
24 hours. So I go, oh, this is great. I can think about it, mull it over. Am I actually going to go in there and do it? I don't know, because I need to know again exactly. Okay, so if I'm going to get a facial, every month or something, is it $800 a month? I'm not doing that. So I need to.
Sounds like it's $1,300 a month. Min.
No.
I think so.
But
she's talking
I'm
about
not going to be
deal.
getting crazy add-ons. Yeah, I need to go deeper. I need to call back and I go, I've got questions.
Sometimes exercise is the 10 minutes I'm dragging my suitcase through the streets of Paris to get to my Airbnb. Sometimes it's 2 hours in the studio. Perhaps it's time to power your day with Ritual's Essential Protein, featuring 20 grams of clean, vanilla-tasting pea protein. I really like Ritual's Essential Protein. I found it to be an easy addition to my routine. Now, you're probably wondering why. Why do I trust Ritual's Essential Protein Daily Shake to support my fitness and nutrition goals? First, it's their non-GMO plant-based protein. See, it's made from 100% U.S.-grown, regeneratively farmed peas. And it provides a complete amino acid profile and 20 grams of protein to help build lean muscle. Their protein has an amazing handcrafted vanilla flavor, but is free of sugar alcohols, and stevia. Well, that's why I'm going with Ritual. It's their attention to detail and quality that's top-notch. That's why I love all their products. From their totally reimagined multivitamins to their 3-in-1 gut health supplement. Everything is science-backed and researched obsessively. So why not shake up your Ritual? Get 25% off your first month of Ritual when you visit ritual.com/hags and add essential protein today. That's ritual.com/hags for 25% off. Is now the time that we talk, or maybe it's the bonus episode. Maybe what? Bonus episode, we do full airline industry upheaval.
Great, let's do it.
And so we'll save that, I'm saying. We'll save discussion of the rehearsal season 2.
Oh
absolute
my God.
masterpiece. Obviously, it was made directly for us.
Anyone who hasn't watched the rehearsal season 2, and this is, I'm a huge fan. I've seen all of Nathan Fielder's work. This is his finest work. And I say that as someone who Finding Francis, the finale of Nathan For You, if you have not watched it, is one of my favorite films. Oh, I have something huge. No. So I told you this on text.
Yeah.
But Jacqueline, but you didn't react on text in a way that I think I was confused.
Wait, I just want to make sure though.
Sorry, I'm bouncing.
We're going to talk about. We're going to devote it like a bonus episode, I think, to the rehearsal because I think it deserves that. And so I agree.
I completely agree.
You want to hear. You want to watch it and then join the bonus so we can get into our special, particular interest that we love, which is talking about.
And I have my own experience
airlines.
That I had.
Yeah. No, is it that? Okay. Anyway, you'll save that too. No.
Just come to the bonus episode, folks. Yeah. It's going to be good. Okay. So listen to this. First time I ever did stand up when I was 17 years old. It's a foundational story of my life is that when I got home to my parents' house, I had a voicemail from a girl who went to schools with a mother who had done like stand up on cruises and stuff. Mm-hmm. Have I told you this, Jacqueline? And she said, direct quote, I was 17, changed my life. She said, "You have the bones of a good show." Literally degrading a 17-year-old child who had just, by the way, killed. I slaughtered. I think you've got the bones of a good show there. And I remember going like, how weird. Like,
well, it almost sounds like she's treating you like, to me, I actually thought that was a compliment. Like, she's treating you like a professional who might take that show to New York. Like that's how I heard it. Like,
well,
I
thought it,
not
I
like
found it
not like that was
withholding.
incredible and it's over. Like that's like she's treating it as like potential real work. I don't know. I'm not trying to put a spin. That was just what I heard.
No, I think that's beautiful spin. Okay, she was at my first show that I've ever done in my life.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
2 days ago, June 2nd, because I found the poster of my first show ever. So I know it's 20 years to the day that I started doing stand-up. I get a DM. That woman came to my show the other night with her daughter. 20 years to the day.
Oh my God. Now, what did she have to say
Is
this
that
time?
not
Bones?
Well, she messaged
More
me
bones?
I mean, it wasn't. She didn't say it's hilarious.
Right.
She was like, "Great to see you, like still doing it."
Ew,
yeah.
Ew,
Like,
ew.
not.
I'm sorry. Once again,
I was folks, like, "Bitch, I know you didn't make
can
it."
Folks, can we work on our compliments? Okay, can we work on how we talk to performers? Okay, if you are in a position to DM or speak to a performer after they get off stage or within days or dare I say years of a performance.
I want to make this very clear. Raves only.
Only anything other. You think we can't see through it? I mean, I've talked about this, but someone from high school coming and going, how do you feel about it?
Oh, I've gotten that too. Of course. Oh, that's a classic. That was a nerd. How'd it feel for you? How'd it feel for you?
You know, that was a classic.
How'd it feel for me when you were fucking cruelty. My ass? How do you think? No. People think, I think, oh, you know, we need the praise. That's why we're up there. We're up there literally screaming, crying, begging for you to love us. Please tell us that you love us. I can't have this. I actually got, what do you think about this? I got an email. I did a show. Someone was like, hey, I saw your show last night. Let me know if you ever want to do it in X town. Like, did you like the show? Do you know what I mean? Is that me being overly sensitive?
Like a venue person being like, let me know if you ever want to do it in
like
Provincetown?
Not even, yeah, exactly. Not even like loved it. Saw your show
even
last night, loved
somewhat
it. Let
implied if they have a venue.
Yeah, I guess
but I do kind of agree. I think, you know, I'm trying to think.
I'm sensitive.
Have I erred? You know, surely we all are human, right? Have I ever, in an attempt to, and this is what I think it can come from, in an attempt to
not make it weird,
show that you've really heard the work. Okay, you do something other than just like what you fear will be empty praise, and so you just try to say something that's like, you know, I just thought it was so interesting, and then whatever the fuck you say, like you go like where I just feel like I was, I don't know, I forget, but folks, yeah, you got to
lay it on Fitz.
Lay it on, folks. You know what? You see, this is the
lie
joke.
To me, baby.
You know it'll never, like, the fear is that, oh, we'll think it's inauthentic. Guess what? We'll never think your compliment was inauthentic. We devoted our lot. We got up on stage in front of thousands. Okay, whatever. Okay, hundreds. Right on that night, obviously believing. Like, how dare you invite 300 people to pay to come into a room if you don't think that it's like the greatest thing in the world, right? And I just mean, like, I'm not. We also, you know, equal part of
course,
second half of the time.
Going, oh,
you know, nothing. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, intrinsic to the artist, but I mean, classic. But just Mitch Hedberg. You know, who's your favorite comedian? Me. You know, literally, why would I be doing it if I didn't think? Although, you know, this is a more complex question that maybe we'll do on Artists Hour, because, you know, I want to launch a separate thing for us. That's just Artists Hour.
Yeah.
Where we
take over. We do what we just do
it.
To do.
Which is
talk about process.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm not going to talk long about my Substack, but I've launched, like, it's old writerly Novak. Okay. It's me at 21, like, talking about writing, and like I'm not sure what it is. The point is, a few hags have shown up.
Never be sure.
And I was like, I don't know. I hold on to this idea that this old Hollywood sort of fear of BTS, right? Fear of destroying the illusion. Okay, of like,
I know.
I mean, laughable concerning this podcast. What do I think? But you know what I mean? I'm trying.
Those days are done.
right? Like I want to be more than real. I want to be something beyond real. You know, a hard shoe show, as you say. It's like,
Thank you.
so I worry at times. I worry at times.
A hard shoe show.
I worry at
God bless
times if but I also think like there's another way
sorry,
to go
I'm literally
here.
laughing at my own old material that you're reminding me of. Just so you know, it's a hard shoe show, meaning that the performer is obliged to wear a hard shoe on stage. It's not a soft shoe show.
Right.
It's a hard shoe show, which is an actual showbiz term
that
I heard reference. Yes, so I heard so I heard that reference like
it sounded like classic.
So immediately depleted of any kind of no. I believe that's like an old term,
right.
like
you're not thinking of soft shoe. You're not thinking of soft shoe and shuffling off to Buffalo.
I don't even know what that's referencing.
Oh, it's a tap dance move.
Hard shoe show.
I wonder. Although there are times, of course, get on your knees. I was. There were reasons I had
hard
to wear
shoe show and a soft show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was written as,
of course,
Jamie Lauren Kalis wrote sneakers like a cartoon character would wear, and I go, yes, that's exactly it.
Perfect.
Anyway,
no, you got to be a cartoon character.
Anyway, new bonus show. Okay, I'm thinking about new bonus sets. Okay, not only artist corner. How about egos hallway? Okay.
How about by the way, for $50 a month, you get pure scathing gossip.
You always want to give like your tits or gossip for like mere 50. I'm like,
yeah, I know, ruin my life and career.
See,
for $50.
It's important to remember about pricing. Okay, this is like really important. It's like
$1,000 a
you're
month,
not saying people have to buy the product. We're not selling food here, folks. Okay, we're not trying to sell canned goods at $1,000 a month, right? It's a luxury product. If you want to give a luxury, you know what I'm saying? It's like an interesting thing. You don't have to just think. I mean, just because I wouldn't pay for it doesn't mean it doesn't have value for someone else to pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay to hold my own tits, right? I wouldn't pay to see my own tits. Someone else might. See what I'm saying? I mean, that's of course. There's a modeling here. There's a modeling here about pricing. One must not be. I'm telling the entrepreneurs out there, the service providers. I'm telling them charge appropriately. Fear not. It's okay if people don't want to.
Wow, cough it up.
If they don't want to cough it up, it doesn't mean you fucked up. It means you need to find a different clientele.
New York City, let me tell you.
Novak for you. Me coming in, changing businesses.
What's Novak for you?
I'm just saying because we were talking Nathan for you. Like me, I was like, when I get into like, because like I can't meet someone without trying to push like my ambitions onto them for them. Like remember in Italy, in Ischia, I go, he had his father's drawing on the menu, you know, like 2 generations, and I'm like, we can have your tomato sauce in Whole Foods like in a year. Totally. Like, what are you doing? And he goes, she's ambitious to Chris. It's scary.
Oh my god, I love it. The American whore.
Yeah, I'm an American whore.
This is the experience of being an American whore.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
I made myself laugh the other day. Lena Del Rey. Oh wait, is that it?
What? Like you said it wrong. Okay, sorry.
Lena Del Rey.
Yeah. COVID-16, classic.
Yeah.
Early days, COVID-16.
Yeah. Early days. Here's a question for you, because listen, we talk about this on the pod. Viruses, viral load, people being sick, things like that. I told you about this, I think. And this is a little bit of a gossip corner.
Time for viral load. But basement.
Viral
corner.
load edition. Yeah. Okay.
Notes from viral load.
What would you do if you were me in this situation? You are in a work situation with someone. You find out, you spend the better part of a day with them, and you're indoors, you know, viral load, aerosolizing, whatever. The next day you find out this person has come down with strep throat, which, as we know, is highly contagious.
I don't think strep was uniquely...
Strep throat is highly
contagious. Are you serious? It seems like it's so deep in the throat that it wouldn't be.
It is. Let me just to completely be... Strep throat is highly contagious, spreads through respiratory droplets or direct contact.
I'm getting the sense that the speed with which you just had
touching
that ready,
contaminated surfaces.
suggest you'd already Googled it. I didn't hear any typing.
No,
you
I
had
hadn't.
it open.
I did just.
Oh,
type.
really?
Silent. I said strep throat, and then it
oh,
did
you did it aloud.
Like,
do you?
Yeah.
Wait.
Did it
you
aloud?
Google on your computer aloud?
No, I typed in.
You typed. I saw no typing.
I typed in strep throat. Okay, well, I did type. Strep throat, typically contagious 2 to 5 days after initial infection, before symptoms of fear. That's always the most terrifying. The most terrifying thing,
Spreading
right?
before symptom.
Classic.
Most
contagious before you develop symptoms. I mean, kill us all.
That's how they do it.
Anyway, I find out this person has strep throat. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's better than COVID because, like, strep throat, it sucks, but you go on antibiotics or whatever the fuck, like, So
it hurts though, I think.
So, strep throat is a fucking nightmare. I used to get strep throat constantly as a child. So, that's so contagious. Anyway, this person appears the next day. Hi. And people, how you feeling? I feel, honestly, I feel so much better. I got an IV drip, and I got the antibiotics, and I took a shit ton of NyQuil, whatever. I feel like I slept it off. So I'm sitting there, I'm going, okay, so you've been diagnosed yesterday with strep throat. I feel myself backing away, like, onto the far corner of the wall, because I'm like, I was in a city, I was about to be traveling to New York. I have like 16 shows in 14 days or something. It's like, and so I get, what would you do? So I said, I was like, hey, I might be kind of staying away from you because I
work nights.
I've fallen silent from this. I work nights and then this is where I think was this rude of me? I don't know. I tried to keep it light. I did my classic, let's get a mask on ya.
Did you do it in Irish brogue or whatever? Let's get a mask on ya,
No, that would
Johnny.
have been better. I think I actually, it was a little cut. It was a little cutting. I think I said, like, we could get a mask on ya.
Right.
Like, because it's like,
it was a sharp edge.
Because to me, I'm like, and by the way, I don't want no surgical doll.
Can we, the surgical at this point belongs on a, actually, I can't think of a situation where it belongs
on. I can't think of anything. Me neither. Maybe a surgical if you're like,
I guess the surgical does protect you from them. So actually, no, I don't know. I've lost the thread. The point is, surgical does very little. Surgical is for not spitting on the jewelry you're shining, and that's it at this point.
Genius. Exactly. Perfect.
Not that they're using it for that, but exactly.
Anyway, I just think if you're in a position where you absolutely have to be at work or whatever, and you're sick with a highly contagious virus that could take someone down and fuck their life, not to mention their bag, put a mask on.
It really depends on this.
I hope the person never hears
It really depends on the professional situation, I guess, and what kind of work you were doing. I mean, could they have stayed home? So no, they couldn't have.
No, that's the idea. Well, no, right? That's the idea, right? You got to keep going.
I mean, well, acting, I mean, yeah, they have to show up, right? So it is kind of like respect for the other actor. They weren't
an actor. I'll say that. They weren't an actor.
Were they required? Were they the director?
Yes. Listen, I'm just going to say they're required. No, but it's a thing where I'm just like, you can, if I see that you have a crazy N95 on or whatever, I'm going to be more relaxed because I'm going to go, okay, well, you're aerosolizing me less.
Sure.
Laughing at high octaves, aerosolizing indoors through the air, spraying.
No, that's spraying. Strep, you do not get to enjoy a joke freely.
Spraying, laughing. And so I'm not kidding. I was like, and this is where it's like, yes, I'm a bit, I don't even know. Is that germophobia? That's something else. I was truly going outside as much as I could. Like I was spending as least time as I could inside the room. Whatever. I guess this is the podcast, folks. But I just wanted to know if you thought because some people, what I really realized that day, some people straight up don't care.
I know.
And I'm like, that's interesting.
You've noticed this.
People are like,
forgotten.
Because I was talking to someone, because I was saying this, some people I go, he's got strep throat. I was going, yeah, strep throat since yesterday. He
Oh,
was so
yeah.
miserably sick yesterday. He couldn't
You're
lift his
fixating on
leg.
it. I mean, there's a certain amount of just.
I'm the freak.
No.
And they're like, you can go on antibiotics. I don't want to go on antibiotics. No. Yeah, I would like to avoid going on antibiotics. Of course, I'll fucking take them if I have to. But I'm not like, oh, I'm the freak. Your body's a temper.
I hate how I've developed that hideous sound, but it's in order not to blow out microphones. It's actually a softer sound, I think, and blow people's ears out. That like lip trilling, like I'm not about that. I kind of enjoy it. I don't like that sound. I don't fun. Like what it represents. Okay, and so it's a shock to all.
Yes. Okay. Two announcements. One, I'm going to the Ludlow.
Congrats.
Second announcement. Have you ever seen the Ludlow gym?
Sure have. I've done headstands in it.
I've never been there.
I've done handstands. I've done back bends. I've done full Tracy. I have video in there.
Oh, of course. I was with you. I mean, I never went in, but I remember you going up there. Oh, wait. Really quickly about workouts. I have a new hyperfixation. Instagram has been feeding me P-Volve. And by the way, this is direct bag. P-V-O-V-L-V.
I can see it, but I can't remember what it is.
P-Volve. It's some like home mat workout. Jennifer Aniston is pushing it hard because she's like, I believe in this. So now I'm getting full ads of Aniston doing it, being like, I believe in this workout, which I'm like, damn, then it must be. Like, she doesn't need the cash. You know what I mean? So she's doing it. I was texting with someone about it. And
I think everyone needs the cash.
My friend was like, my friend was like, I want to buy it. Like, I'm hooked or whatever. My friend since went to the workout because I guess they have workout classes like in studio. Yeah. She said she was like, it's so hard. It's heated mat Pilates stuff, my kind of shit. But the at-home system, I would like them to please, I beg of you, send it to us. And it was in my dream. In my dream the other night, I went in and it was a room of people doing the P-Volve. Is that what it's called?
It is. Yeah. I can
workout.
See it.
And I was like, I knew this was good. Like I just was watching them do it. That's how deep. Yeah, P-Volve. Total body transformation bundle. Looking at $625 for the bundle, folks. There was a Memorial Day sale that I completely blew through. I was like, do I just do it? But no. Train for the life you want. Strength, mobility, stability. Whoa. Okay.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I've moved 5 times in 4 months, and
me too. I've only been walking, but walking is key. Walking is everything.
Well, for me, walking ain't enough. Okay, and that's the joke.
No,
like,
it ain't enough.
It's like
unless you're walking 25,000 steps a day or whatever.
It's better than nothing. It has many benefits. You know, we know this. Okay, it's absolutely. It doesn't have to. It's a different conversation. I'm just saying there have been times in my life where I drag my ass through depression out to walk, and it's a big deal. And blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. But if I want to maintain my mood across centuries, I actually need to be like, I've been thinking about this. If only like, I know I've said this before, but if it could truly be prescribed to me in a way that I need to fear the withdrawal from exercise as much as I fear the withdrawal from my cocktail of antidepressants, because it's as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And because of the moral whatever around exercise in both directions, you know, no one's going to really get on you for not exercising because it's basically rude. Okay. To be like,
right. They're not going to be like, oink,
bones.
Oink, let's get you back to the gym.
You know, so they don't. And meanwhile, I want them to, but I also don't, because can you imagine anything more heinous? You know what I mean? Than those you live with.
Let's get you back to the gym.
Yeah. So and I grew very attached to the studio lifestyle. Okay.
Of course, I was there too.
I was in the studio. You know, I was, I mean, in the year leading up to Get On Your Knees filming. Okay. While I was touring the show and sort of high stress, I mean, I was doing it in every hotel room. I was doing it in every hotel gym. It rocked. Okay. I had my home set up, my home cave with my own humidifier, my own infrared.
I know, but this is the way. This is the way of life. We
the
can't.
tyranny of
it's not.
upgrades,
it cannot hold.
once you get. But some things have to hold. Like I'm just saying, like
nothing can ever hold.
No, okay,
That's what I would argue.
True. We must return, right? I mean, what I mean is we can, put the puppy back on the paper as Merlin Mann, early productivity
What the
guy.
hell is that?
This
sounds cute.
Yeah, it's like
once you draw the dog and it runs off the page.
That's good.
What's he saying?
Well, it's definitely superior. Okay. No, it was a metaphor about like, because I'm sure I've probably talked about this because it's so core, but maybe not. It's probably hundreds of episodes back, if at all, but way back in the day. Website called 43 Folders. Okay. Reference to a tickler file. Tickler file is a box of folders 1 through 31, as in the days of the month, and then 12 for each month, breaking it up. So that's 43 folders. And, the day passes, you put it behind at the back. And you go, I'll revisit this next month. Okay. Stick it in that folder. And so and then 30, you see what I mean? The folders move like that, whatever. Productivity site. I've told you about this, where he's like, is all this productivity stuff that people like me just chew on. But then, he reached the pinnacle where he basically like hid most of the site and then had a page that was like, get back to work. Like this site has become a problem for all of us. You know what I mean?
For you.
And for him.
Yeah.
And so, so he would talk about like, what color is your coffee cup being, like, about your system and obsessing over the details of the system, not, for productivity, and then not actually doing anything. And then put the puppy back on the paper was sort of like, I don't know if it was about habits or intentions or whatever, but it was like, when you have the puppy on the, when you're house breaking the puppy, what I'm trying to say, house training the puppy, right? You put it on a little paper that it pisses on.
For piss.
Right? And it runs off it. You put it back on the paper. No, that's where you piss. You just, it was sort of about like, you don't freak out and just go like, throw up your hands at the whole thing. You put the puppy back on the paper. It's kind of like meditation, return, return to the breath. The returning is the act. The returning is the thing.
Forever and prepare to return. Prepare to return.
My dad was like, Kate was talking about that guy. What was it? The the carrot and stick guy. He knew about him. He knew about him.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Goggins, baby.
Yeah, it was humiliating. And then I was reading this other thing. It was like, look, if you want discipline, you go to Goggins. I probably said that last week, but like, I'm in a new world. I'm not going to tell you about it because it doesn't, doesn't interest you, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But like my depth of software.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Oh, the software.
Like how deep I am.
Hey, it's not that it doesn't interest me. I love you becoming a coder, you getting into the software. It's not a fair assessment to say I don't. Interested. Yeah. It's just that my ability to contribute to a conversation is very limited.
That's a limiting belief.
I have no software.
Okay, there's always ways. There's always ways in. Poetry.
But I don't want to go in.
Well, there it is. That's the interest.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Well, no, I have an interest in you doing it, but I don't personally.
No, right. But I mean, the like, all I'll say is last night I started creating my own app. Okay, lying in bed to relax. Now this is between the moment where Chris says, "I think you should turn off your screen," because you're trying to go to bed and it's 3:50 a.m. Yeah. Okay.
3:50.
Okay. I've been on whatever, God. And I'm like, okay, now I'm just going to do some wind down activities, which is like when I say like, because reading is how I shift usually to sleep, but I snuck over to this other app I had downloaded and I was like, I'll just quickly see about building. I'm in bed at 3:50 a.m. building an evening wind down app. Okay. I started building the app on my phone during my wind down. Well,
so what happens?
I've got two things that it sort of produces the code for you as you say the different pieces, whatever. I don't know. I just download another piece of it. I don't know, but I was like, I like the idea of a bespoke app that I created, even if it's like it's kind of like light phone-esque. You know what I mean? To me, it's like I made this app. Like I don't know. It just feels more handmade in this way, like versus the magic you make yourself, right? The magic you do yourself, like the spells you create yourself. It's like there's something
You got to make
about
your
like a
magic.
crude machine that I created, like that I coded, sort of. So it's like, I was like, all right, well, what would I want, right? And first I was like, all right, I want to open an app that I basically open when I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, we'll start with a specific time of day. All right, we'll start with wind down. That'll be easy. And then no. I had a second app going. Whatever. First one, I go, all right, first I just wanted to open, and it's like, all right, take a second here. Now I know a lot of apps already have that, right? And I go, oh, look at me creating the thing.
Do you really want to open the app?
Oh.
That thing where it's like, take a breath. Do you really want to open me?
No. Well, yes, I had that, and it was irritating. I became like a master at clicking out of that thing so fast. It wasn't even like,
yeah, of course.
But no, this is an app to lead me through an experience. So I this is the app I built. I open it up, and it's like the moment of like, all right, hello, what are we doing here? Me to myself. Okay. It's like, no, it's so irritating because you're like, oh, really? Like, I'm like, what do I want to do? I guess like take a breath and be like, something of that. I'm not sure what I want to be, what I want to visit. Okay. How I want to like lock myself down in the moment with this app, but whatever, get in. There's some kind of, for lack of a better word, centering moment. Okay. Then what do I want? And I go, well, I want to be able to, I want bubbles. Okay. That have a bunch of existing kind of thoughts that are thoughts that I've had before or likely to be having that are like stressful, and a custom one for adding fresh thoughts. Okay. And I want to be able to throw them into a little net, drag and drop. Okay. I want to, so click on the bubble of like, what's got me, right? Drag it into a little net that an angel carries away. Okay.
Okay.
That's one piece of the app I'm designing. Oh wait, this is my
what's
evening
one of the
one.
thoughts?
I don't know. I want to preload some, although I fear that is its own act of reinforcement. So I'm not yet sure, but I want to make it very easy I don't want to have to type. And I don't want to speak. So maybe it's something where the phrases are kind of there that I build, whatever. I'm not really sure. Okay. But some kind of way of, and then I drag them into a net and an angel carries them away. This is my evening wind down app. And then I was like, okay, but that's not it. I also want to prepare to go into the underworld of the subconscious. Okay. So I go, I'm going to then have a little thing, a tray. Okay. Cause I'm like, the goddess that's going into the underworld of the subconscious to get answers and symbols and dreams, right, in the night, is not, it's a net is not the way. It's not the right thing. I go, it's a tray. She's descending there with a tray. Okay. And so I'm placing ceremonially a question. Okay. A intention, whatever, something mystical will go in there. And then she'll walk away. And then I'll close the app. I think that's pretty good as an evening wind down.
I can't even fathom. Totally. I just can't even fathom designing. What does that mean?
These apps. I mean, these softwares, like you can kind of like put these things together. I mean, I'm testing it. We'll see. But even if it's very crude, there's something about it, I think, versus 1,000 apps that are pre-developed.
You remind me of falling asleep, and that last night I took 1 milligram of a Rose Delights gummy. Well, I guess I'd taken it a little bit before sleep, but I was so tired already, just exhausted. Yeah. And it was that thing, when it hits. By the way, I was saying to Naomi as I was falling asleep, I was like, I feel like I'm on nitrous. I was like, I'm on nitrous. I was like between worlds, completely. It's really not even there's nothing.
Have you ever been
here.
on nitrous?
Just no.
But you were just laughing. Oh wait, no, nitrous is laughing gas.
Just what I imagine.
Laughing gas is a great phrase. There's a reason that it's stuck, right? Laughing gas. It's like laughing gas.
Laugh gas. Yeah. Going to a restaurant tonight in New York City, Zimmy's, which came recommended by some folks.
Oh wait, I had a huge discovery of
what?
Of a, I don't know if the word's fast casual. Okay, right by Grand Central, right by Bryant Park. fast casual, like where you're like, is this a new chain, like Sweetgreen, like, but it's got more design in it, kind of like when Starbucks, I feel like, launched and they were really like leaning into like the coffee house, and then it slowly like the doodads went away. But anyway, botaniste, okay, or the botanist, or the botaniste, or la botaniste, vegan, or rather, no, excuse me, plant-based, okay, whole food plant-based. I go in, there's like Le Creuset pots, you know, like
Okay.
the big enamel thing filled.
Nice.
Okay, there's
Ottolenghi
with
style.
all these.
I know what you're gonna say.
What's
Ottolenghi style?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Jacqueline. Ottolenghi, the restaurants in London that are filled with vegetables and different grains and things. Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, yeah, sort of. But it was like, it's like they have the special. So they have the sin carne chili. They have this other stew. There's just like 6 different huge pots with these stews, and then the other things. I mean, talk about I was moaning. You know what I mean? It was like, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievably delicious. I was like praying for more. You ever experience a place and you pray for more? You go, let's pray this becomes a chain. That's rare, and maybe it already is. I don't know, but I was like, this has got to be the future. This has got to be. There's so many out there. It was so good.
Hell yeah.
It was so good.
Well, I'm looking forward to roaming around the West Village like Carrie fucking Bradshaw. By the way, I watched like 7 episodes of Sex and the City the other day, season 2. I cried like 3 times.
Mothership.
From how much fun I was having. Yeah. Okay, so I think we should wrap up.
Imagine we sell my app in the hag shop.
I'm sure it'll fly off the shelves. They'd buy it.
All right. Love you. See you in Product Corner.
Yeah, love ya.